Hi everyone, this is Dave, and in today's video Vorwerk very kindly sent me their Kobold VK200 vacuum cleaner so that I could share my opinion with you. Now if you've watched my videos for a long time, you'll know that I love to keep my studio clean, and when you hear the word vacuum cleaner you often think of something that just does one thing very well, i.e. vacuum the dust and debris from your carpets. But the VK200 does so much more. The first thing I want to just cover off is something that's often overlooked with products, but this is by far the best instruction manual I've ever seen to accompany a product. This guides you through all of the additional sort of heads and accessories and how to use each and every one of them in a fully illustrated guide. It is so simple to follow, and I'm extremely impressed with how easy this makes using the VK200. Now if we take a look at the vacuum cleaner itself, you can see it's an upright style vacuum, but the actual main body also comes off and you can actually attach different heads and also different tools. The first thing I want to show you though is again something that's often overlooked, and that is the sort of handle of the system. If we turn this to a side profile, you can see we have got some cable management. Now, on other vacuums that I've used, you have to unwind the cable. With this one, we can simply turn this top part round and then lift the complete cable off very easily, super easy to store. The other thing that I really like with this is the handle. If we pull down on this portion here, we can actually make the handle either longer or shorter, and it locks into place very easily indeed. Also, I mentioned that the body of the vacuum cleaner actually comes off. We have in fact got a green switch here, and then if we look further down the vacuum, we've also got another green switch here, and you can use either one to release the main body off of the head. Now before I show you the vacuum in use with the various heads and attachments, I want to talk to you about the noise that this makes, or the lack of. Obviously you're going to hear a vacuum cleaner, whichever model or manufacturer you have, but with other manufacturers' vacuums you often find yourself shouting above the noise that they generate. Let's just turn this on and I can actually speak above the motor noise without having to shout above it. It is still audible, of course, but you can have a normal conversation over the motor noise, which is really very impressive. The other thing you'll notice is when you turn the vacuum cleaner on, you get a really nice fragrance from it. Often you get a smell, you know, sort of with dust and debris that's collected inside the vacuum. This is a really neat system. There's a little tiny door just here, and you open this up like so, and there are tiny little capsules. They come in a pack like this. They're called Davina, and the Davina capsules actually go inside this little hole here, and it gives a lovely smell as you're vacuuming your floor. So now let's move on to actually taking a look at this in action, and the first head we've got in place is the EB400, and this allows you to vacuum either carpets or rugs or indeed hard surfaces like a laminated or hard floor. You can see it in use on my rug in the studio, where I had a little bit of an accident with some intentional dirt here, but you can see it picks it up in just a couple of passes. And then when we move on to transitioning between hard floor and a carpeted floor, you can see that the EB400 automatically switches, and we've got some LED indication which tells us that the head is actually working on either a hard floor surface or indeed a carpeted surface. Now if you do have hard floors in your home as well, then you can switch out the head, and you can switch it out for the DuoClean SP530. And this head actually accepts a microfiber cloth in the centre of it that you dose with the cleaning liquid, and it uses such a small amount of liquid to clean a really big expansive space. And then it rotates the mop around, puts very minimal amount of water and solution onto your floor, and it dries very quickly. But this sort of mopping action that it does just gives such an effective clean. Again, super impressed. Really easy to install and switch over the heads, and the fact that you can go from vacuuming your floor to actually mopping a hard surface is extremely impressive. So now let's move back into the studio, and I've got a few more bits and pieces to show you. The first one is this. This is the PB440 electric upholstery brush. Now this attaches to the main vacuum cleaner via a hose. The hose has also got power running on the outside of it, and this allows you to clean your upholstery. It's got brushes built in and it cleans the main surface, but it's also got this switch on the side, and when you push this forwards, it actually directs all of the suction power to the nozzle, so you can get in all of the nooks and crannies and the crevices down the back and side of the sofa. This is an extremely impressive tool. Now it's also worth mentioning that when you're using a tool like this, or any of the tools that connect to the hose, you can also use a shoulder strap. So the main body of the vacuum you can just hook over your shoulder, it's nice and light, and then you can move around your house using the various tools to get things clean. Now during my time with the VK200, I've got two favourite tools, and I'm going to show you them now. This one here is just so cool. It looks like a hoof, but basically you attach this to the crevice nozzle, and it's got soft rubber on it, and it actually attaches to your wall via suction, and then there's a tiny little hole just down in here. And what this allows you to do is, if you're doing DIY, perhaps hanging a picture and you need to drill a hole in the wall, you can actually drill in between these two pieces here, and then all of the dust is collected and vacuumed away. Awesome, I absolutely love it. And then the other tool that I really like is the soft nozzle. This just looks so cool. And what you can do with this is you can extend the brushes to the desired length. You attach this to some of the extension hoses, and then without even having to stretch, you can actually vacuum away all the cobwebs on your ceiling, around the sort of corners of your room with ease. This is absolutely awesome, and I love it. Love the design, and it's just super functional. Now before I move on to another trick that the VK200 has up its sleeve, I want to talk to you a little bit about filters. In some vacuum cleaners, you use either no bags at all or a sort of very thin paper bag, and on occasion you have to either remove a filter and wash it, or you do indeed have to replace the filter in your vacuum. With the VK200, it comes with these bags, and these bags are really nice and thick, and the filtration system is actually built into the bag. They're super easy to remove and replace, and I think this is a really good system because you're getting a nice clean filter every time you switch out a bag. Now I mentioned that the VK200 has got some other tricks up its sleeve as well, and the first one involves this Kobo-san Active. And what you do with this is you place it inside yet another head, which is the VF200 carpet freshener head, and you apply the Kobo-san Active to your carpet, leave it for around about 30 minutes to an hour, then switch heads again to the original EB400 electric brush head, and then vacuum it up. And what this has essentially done is a dry clean on your carpet without pumping loads of water that a normal carpet shampoo would do into your carpet and into the underlay. This has done like a dry clean. It smells absolutely gorgeous, and it also conditions the carpet as well and protects it. I did a sort of test on an area of the carpet in the studio, and the difference between the non-cleaned area and the cleaned area with the Kobo-san Active was amazing. Very soft, very fragrantly fresh, and it just looked superb. Now there are another couple of heads I want to show you, so I hope you're sitting comfortably, or indeed I hope you're sleeping comfortably, because these two allow you to dry clean your mattress. And this is really quite impressive. They work in combination with this powder here called Lavinia, and this smells really nice as well. If you imagine a freshly made up hotel room, when you walk into something like that, it smells really very fragrantly fresh. That's what the Lavinia smells like. And you basically massage it into your mattress with this head. This is the MP440 mattress attachment. And then once you've massaged the powder in, you actually clean it off with the MR440 mattress attachment. And what you're left with is a very clean mattress that is just so fresh, and you're sure to get a good night's sleep. Now, before I close out this video, I want to talk to you about a few more things I really have been impressed with on the VK200. Number one, it is very light and manoeuvrable. I found that manoeuvring this around furniture is so easy. You can pretty much put it flat to get underneath furniture as well. Number two, I really like the LED feedback on the front. You can see this series of green LED lights. This is the bag full indicator. It gradually works its way down to no green LEDs, and then it'll work its way back up to amber LEDs. And when these reach the top, it's time to change the bag. And changing the bag is super easy as well, as I mentioned earlier during this video. And then last but not least, the suction power. A lot of manufacturers concentrate on giving you a really big suction power. And when you're vacuuming rugs, that is an issue. With the VK200, they give you just the right amount of suction power, which is controllable as well. But they've really developed a good brush technology in the head, which moves the fibres around on your carpets and allows it to extract the grit and dust. And when you're transitioning between maybe a hard surface and a carpet and then onto a rug, which is an issue I've had with other vacuum cleaners, if you've got too much suction power, it just sticks to the rug. Well, with the VK200, you can actually adjust the suction power on the green power switch. You can move from soft to medium to maximum or to automatic. So it allows you to transition from different surfaces with ease. And over my time testing the VK200, I've been extremely impressed. All of the different combinations you can use with the tools means that you've got something that works in every situation. Now, you can purchase different combinations of the main vacuum and different heads. It's all backed up by a really good 5-year guarantee. And I think it offers fantastic value for money because this is going to last for a long time. So check it out for yourself. I'll leave a link down in the video description. Thank you very much for watching. As always, please do hit that like button. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in another video very soon.